Hi, and welcome to another Out and About, everyone. RJ Fritz, along with Louie. Don't turn away, Louie. Say hi to the nice folks. Boy, do we have a show for you this time around.
We'll go out and about to the National Antique Motorcycle Show, and we ask that you bear with us as we talk with the bears, as in teddy bears, and we'll be sailing away to Monument Bay for fishing fun. But first, where does the time go? It doesn't seem possible that it's been 100 years since they came out with the Harley Davidson motorcycle, which is reason enough to go out and about to the National Antique Motorcycle Club get-together in Farmington, Minnesota.
You're seeing more and more of the kids coming up. We're seeing second generation getting involved in it. The wives are getting involved a lot more. You're seeing more women riding, not only the new bikes, but the older bikes too.
I used to think the State Fair offered the greatest sample of diversity in the populace. Well, since visiting the Antique Motorcycle Show, I have changed my mind. They come from all walks of life. They come to see the bikes from the past and more. Need parts? Well, you've come to the right place. Motorcycles have become part of American art. Some are original, many are rebuilt, and many are very, very different. Take Pete Papiza of Crystal, Minnesota, for instance. Pete showed up on his motorcycle as the king of improv, starting with a fender made from a garden shovel.
The wheels are off of a wheelbarrow. The rear fender came off of a snowmobile trailer, and some of the pulleys and that. I had a neighbor that threw out a snowblower, and I grabbed belts and pulleys from that. And
You're kind of driving a junkyard down the road, aren't you?
oh yeah, that's the fun part about it.
Dave Manthe and his partner May Johnson had way too much fun showing off Dave's Valorex from Czechoslovakia. The two co-authored a book, Beyond My Wildest Dreams, telling of Dave selling a Munch motorcycle to Jay Leno.
Calls me up one night and says, I understand you're the Munch man. And I says, you bet. And he says, well, I'd like to buy one. So I sold him one, delivered it to his door, and we sat around for 3 days, told stories.
And what's this? Looks like they're trying to put a motorcyclist on the moon. Actually, it's an invention of Bloomington, Minnesota's Kai Michelson, who also made the scene with a rocket-powered toilet.
Who wants to go fast in a toilet?
Well, you know,
speaking of that.
well, see, last year I came out here with a twin-engine motorcycle, and somebody says, well, Kai, so what are you going to build next year? And I says, gee, about the only thing I don't have is a rocket-powered toilet.
Well, he does now. Tom Jones of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, is a retired social studies teacher and is a former president of the Antique Motorcycle Club. And oh, how he has seen the cycles and the people who drive them change over the years.
When they went to, better quality motorcycles, electric starts, it put people on motorcycles who never would have been on a kickstart, shovel-head motorcycle that you had to work on the side of the road. They wouldn't have done it. Nowadays, they can get on a bike, they push the button, and they go. And so you're getting a whole different group of people.
Cycling's been a part of the lives of hubby and wife team, Dina and Ivor Natons, for a long time.
Almost as long as we've known each other, and that's been a long time.
So you take some memorable trips, do you?
Oh, absolutely. Wonderful trips. We really love to ride out west. We love the mountains.
We like the back roads and seeing those little, towns that economically couldn't make it, ghost towns, the challenge of trying to find dinner after all of the sidewalks have rolled up on some of these small towns. So we do a lot of Amico, hot dogs sometimes.
Well, you get to see real Americana as it's meant to be. Huh?
Yeah, very so.
And you say you'd like to take one of these babies for a spin? Well, you just have to be creative.
Gary, that's your bike, huh?
Yep.
You make that thing?
Yep.
Boy, handmade.
Yep. Everything but the frame.
Now, I understand you're from Sleepy Eye, huh?
Yep. Born and raised.
You don't suppose a fellow Sleepy Eye could drive that, do you?
You bet. You can
Really?
drive it all you want.
You heard it.
And the next thing you know, you're out getting your kicks on Route 66. Or in my case, getting your pants soiled as the muffler boiled.
Now, one thing you got to remember when you drive these bikes, never do as I do. Don't wear Dockers.
Then there's John Iden of New Hope, Minnesota. John arrived on his World War II military bike. He bought it back in 1946. John is 78 years old, and it's the only bike he's ever ridden. Why, John courted his wife of 52 years on this bike, and better yet, he got engaged on the bike.
I had bought a ring and I told her I had the ring, see, the day before. And then she says, have you got the ring? And we were going down Minnehaha Avenue. I said, yeah, I got it in my shirt pocket. She took it out of my shirt pocket and put it on.
While you're driving?
While we were driving down Minnehaha Avenue. She says, isn't that pretty? She put it out in front of me.
Oh my, and you've been married how long?
52 years.
Oh boy.
Ice cream sandwiches.
And what's an antique motorcycle show without a hit from the past? The Good Humor Man, alias Paul Meisel of Mound, Minnesota. Paul's actually been licensed to sell ice cream for 50 years.
What happened was in 1958, my dad buys this license from the state of Minnesota for $4, and he listed my name as his 12-year-old son so I could still sell ice cream with him as a family deal. And then we kind of forgot about it. And then all of a sudden I find this license and it's non-expiring. So I put it on the back of here and it's kind of a nice little finishing touch for it.
Well, you could legally sell it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for the rest of my life in the state of Minnesota.
One thing that puzzled me was how do they judge these cycles? They all cry for attention. With their sleek designs and colorful paint jobs and nickel-plated manifolds. But the judges scrutinize every detail.
We've got people that specialize just in knucklehead Harleys, just in Indian Chiefs, just in certain bikes. And they can tell you for your bike, what is the style of screw that holds the taillight on, what kind of connectors are used in the wiring, every little detail of it.
If there's anything not original, they'll pick it out.
They'll pick it out, they'll find it.
For more information on antique motorcycles, you can get on the web. Click on www.antiquemotorcycle.org. That's www.antiquemotorcycle.org.
Now, are you balancing me or am I balancing you?
The motorcycle has 3 wheels, so it's...
Is there a wheel underneath me here?
Yes, it's just to your right side.
That's good, isn't it?
Well, I can lift that sidecar wheel off the ground if you want me to.
Stay with us. Up next, the Bear Facts. In St. Cloud, a man we can barely wait to tell you about. And a monumental fishing trip to Monument Bay. Still coming your way on Out and About.